Aaron presses a button on his desk. His assistant exits, leaving the door ajar. He switches to the call from Milan, keeping Alina's video feed open but muted. Milan editor. Aaron, we need your final sketches by tomorrow for the Milan show. Can you confirm? Aaron, distracted. They're nearly there. Just refining the lines. I'll have them sent by tonight. Milan editor. We're counting on this debut. The eyes of Europe are watching. The call ends. Aaron looks back at Alina's muted video. She's blowing him a kiss through the screen. He smiles, then unmutes her. Aaron, I swear, it's like you're my calm in the chaos. Alina, grinning. And you're my daily dose of French stubbornness and sweetness. Aaron, I miss you. Like, painfully miss you. Alina, softly. I fly out next weekend. Just 2 more sleeps and we're in the same time zone. Same city. Same bed. Suddenly, his assistant rushes back in. Panicked. Assistant. Aaron. There's a courier from Dior outside. They want you to consult, right now. Aaron. Now. But. Alina. Go. Be brilliant. I'll be here when you're done. Or, maybe surprise you in Paris sooner. Aaron, raising an eyebrow. Is that a promise? Alina, smirking. It's a tease. But maybe both. Later, Alina enters her high-rise apartment, exhausted. She opens a package. Inside, a swatch of deep violet silk and a handwritten note from Aaron. Note Aaron's voice. For the next dress I'll design with you in mind. Every stitch, a reminder that love crosses oceans. She hugs the fabric to her chest. Aaron waits near the arrivals gate, holding a small bouquet of lavender and baby's breath. Passengers stream out. And then Alina appears, in a long trench coat and wide sunglasses. She lowers them. Alina. Surprise. Aaron, jaw-dropping, heart bursting. You weren't supposed to land until Sunday. Alina, walking into his arms. Some things are too important to delay. Like us. They kiss passionately as travelers walk past, some smiling. Alina stares at the DM thread longer than she should. The male model replies with a smirking selfie from a hotel gym. She types, deletes, types again, then puts her phone down and walks to the window, wrapping herself in Aaron's scarf. Across the city skyline, lights glitter, but her eyes stay distant. In Paris, Aaron exits the bar, leaving the buzz and flotation behind. He walks alone through moonlit streets, scarf around his neck, the matching one he made for her. He passes a couple kissing at a cafe, then texts Alina, "Wish you were here." She sees the message. Doesn't open it. Guilt creeps across her face. The next day, Alina's agency calls. A last-minute offer, Rome Fashion Week. Her face lights up, then dims. It's the same week she promised Aaron she'd spend with him in Paris. She calls him. He doesn't pick up his in a design meeting, pitching their joint collection. Alina leaves a voicemail. Can we talk? Something came up. That night, Aaron posts a photo of her scarf on his story, captioned, "Missing my muse." She sees it. Replies with a fire emoji. He texts, "Call me." No response. In Paris, Aaron waits at the airport with roses. Planes land. Passengers exit. No Alina. His phone buzzes. A voice note. "Hey, I had to fly to Rome. I'll explain everything. Please don't be mad." His hand tightens around the flowers. Back in Rome, Alina's eyes flicker between the camera lens and her phone. The male model walks by, grinning. She looks away. Meanwhile, Aaron sits alone in a small Paris cafe, scarf in hand, as rain begins to fall outside. Weeks pass. Their messages grow fewer, colder, until one night, Alina receives a box in the mail. Inside, one of her favorite dresses designed by Aaron. But the label now reads Muse no more. A note simply says, "Goodbye, Alina." Her breath catches. The next morning, she's at the airport. No stylist, no assistant. Just a scarf and a heart full of regret. In Paris, Aaron's prepping for a show. The new model wearing the final piece looks eerily like Alina but colder, curated. Backstage, He feels her before he sees her. Alina steps into the room, soaked from rain, eyes locked on him. "I'm sorry," she whispers. "I chased the spotlight and lost the only light that mattered." Aaron stares at her, silent. The show begins. He walks away, then stops, hands her a new scarf. "For the cold nights ahead. Whether I'm there or not." She clutches it like a lifeline. As the runway lights dim, the story of their love continues, not perfect, not clean, but real. And every piece Aaron creates afterward carries a hint of violet, a whisper of warmth, and the echo of the woman he once called his muse. "Come on, Alina. We're just playing the game everyone else is pretending not to." Alina buttons up quickly, avoiding his eyes. "I'm not playing anything," she snaps, but her voice falters. He steps closer, lowering his tone. "Then why do you always reply?" She stiffens. "Because I was lonely. But I'm not stupid." Chase laughs softly. "Lonely makes people stupid." A long beat. Her phone buzzes on the table. It's a message from Aaron. "Thinking of you. Still." She stares at it, her hand hovering, trembling slightly. Then she pockets the phone and walks out, leaving Chase in silence. In Paris, Aaron stares at the dress on the mannequin, violet silk, sharp lines softened with flowing curves, like her. Claire circles it slowly. "It's beautiful," she says, then turns to him. "But it looks like goodbye." Aaron runs a hand through his hair. "Maybe it is. Or maybe I'm just scared it already happened." Claire places a hand on his shoulder. "Fear makes poor fabric. Love makes timeless pieces. You choose what this becomes." The next day, Alina arrives in Paris unannounced, her heart racing with every step toward his studio. She pauses outside the door, watching him through the window, fitting the new model into her dress. The model twirls, smiling. Alina turns to leave, then hears Aaron's voice inside. "It's not right," he says. "It needs something, something only she brought." He looks directly toward the door. "It needs honesty." Alina walks in slowly. Aaron looks up, stunned. The model steps aside. No words, just breath. Alina walks to the mannequin, touches the fabric. "It's beautiful," she says. "But it's not me anymore." Aaron's jaw tightens. "Then who are you now?" She meets his eyes. "Someone who made mistakes. Someone who thought fame would fill the silence between your calls. Someone who wants to stop running." A beat of silence, deep and heavy. Then Aaron nods. "Then let's create something new. From scratch." That night, the two of them work side by side, the energy electric. Every pin, every fold is filled with something unsaid but deeply felt. Across the world, a new campaign launches Chase's face, front and center. Alina ignores it. The next morning, she steps onto Aaron's rooftop runway wearing the new dress. It's bold. Real. Not a fantasy. The crowd is silent, then erupts into applause. Claire wipes a tear in the corner. Aaron watches Alina not as a muse, but as a woman who fought to return. They don't kiss. They don't say, "I love you." They simply walk off the runway together, hands brushing. And somehow, that touch says everything the spotlight never could. Alina places the bouquet on the kitchen counter without a vase. Chase looks around her apartment, taking in the minimalism, the lingering scent of fresh fabric. She pours wine, careful not to meet his eyes too often. "To the campaign," he says, raising his glass. She clinks half-heartedly. "To being seen," she murmurs. They eat, they laugh, too much, too forced. Chase leans back, watching her. "You always looked better in someone else's eyes. But you're finally starting to see it for yourself, aren't you?" Alina swallows. "I used to think love had to feel like fire. But now I miss the quiet warmth." Back in Paris, Aaron scrolls through live stream comments flooding in, fashion editors, fans, influencers, all raving about the Distance collection. But it's one message that freezes him. "We need to talk." His hands hover over the keyboard. He types, deletes, types again, finally sending, "Call me tonight, please." After dinner, Chase reaches for his jacket. I meant what I said. No pressure. But he's not here and I am. Alina steps back. I think I already made enough mistakes with that logic. He half smiles, nods, and leaves. She locks the door, leans against it, exhales. That night, she watches Erin's runway replay. One dress catches her breath, it's hers. Not literally but spiritually. The color, the structure, the longing in its fabric. She sends a voice note. I wore your dress today. It fit like forgiveness. Erin listens to her message on a balcony overlooking the Seine. He replays it twice. Then calls. She answers. Silence hangs. Then she speaks. I didn't let him in. Not really. He nods, though she can't see it. I didn't let her go either, he says. Not really. They laugh, a fragile thread of hope winding between them. She boards a flight the next morning without telling anyone. No makeup, no stylist, just the dress and the scarf. In Paris, Erin finishes a fitting and turns to find her standing in the doorway. No dramatic music, just two people with too much history and one more chance. He walks toward her slowly. She speaks first. I want to belong somewhere. Not everywhere. And I think that place is still with you if you'll let it be. He doesn't speak. He just pulls her into the quietest, deepest hug she's ever known. Later that week, the final design in Erin's follow-up collection walks the Paris runway modeled by Alina. The crowd sees a woman transformed, not just by fashion, but by the raw, unstitched honesty it took to be truly seen again. And somewhere in the audience, Chase claps too. Alone but understanding now. Because real love doesn't win with noise. It wins with return. Erin's studio night. The silence is thick. Erin stares at the torn sketch, hands trembling. The fabric pinned beside it, a deep, stormy gray, mirrors the weight in his chest. He doesn't cry. He just breathes, shallow, focused. Claire walks in quietly, her presence soft but grounding. You can hate her right now, she says gently. But you loved her honestly. That doesn't just vanish. Erin doesn't look up. She kissed someone else, and told me like it would fix it. Claire crouches beside him. No, she told you because she wants you to know all of her. Even the parts that broke what you built. He exhales sharply, then runs a hand through his hair. I don't know if I can unsee it. Claire nods. Then don't. See it. Feel it. And so that. Hours pass. Erin sketches again, sharper lines, heavier texture. The design is raw, less elegant, more honest. It's not a love letter anymore. It's a confession in fabric. Meanwhile, Alina lies curled up in her bed in New York, the violet dress crumpled beside her. She stares at the ceiling. Her phone is off. She wants silence now. Not likes, not gigs, just space to fall apart. Days later, Erin's team preps for a major Paris preview. Everyone's buzzing about the new centerpiece design. Rumors swirl. It's the most vulnerable piece he's ever made. Claire watches him backstage. Will she be here? She asks. He doesn't respond. At the last moment, a black car pulls up outside the venue. Alina steps out, no glam team, no statement outfit, just herself, wrapped in the scarf he once sent. She walks in quietly, taking a seat in the last row, unnoticed by press. The lights dim. The final model walks out in Erin's new piece, shattered glass embroidered into dark silk, fragments stitched back together with threads of gold. The dress doesn't scream. It bleeds. The crowd gasps, then silence, then thunderous applause. Alina watches, frozen. She knows this dress. It's her. It's them. Claire sees her in the audience, nods slightly. Erin doesn't look her way. Later, in the empty studio, Alina appears in the doorway. Erin is alone, fixing a hem on the show dress. He glances up. Their eyes lock. I saw the dress, she whispers. You didn't forgive me. You didn't need to. He stands. I didn't sow forgiveness into it. I sewed through the pain. She steps closer. Then let me sew with you. Not to erase it, but to earn the next thread. Erin studies her, torn but tethered. He hands her a needle. No words, just stitches, one at a time. The crowd murmurs. Influencers whisper. Editors scribble. But Erin backstage hasn't seen her yet. As the final model steps off the catwalk and the lights dim, Erin takes his slow walk onto the runway to thunderous applause. He bows, emotion tight in his chest. When he looks up he sees her. Front and center now. Standing. Applauding. His luck. Silence floods him. The world blurs. For a moment it's just her and him. No runway. No fame. Just unfinished love. Backstage his team buzzes with excitement. People congratulate him. But he walks straight through it, out the side door into the cool Milan night. Moments later he hears footsteps. He followed. "Erin," she calls softly. He turns. "I didn't come for the show," she says. "I came for the man who taught me that every thread, every scar can become something beautiful." He watches her. "You wore that dress." "The first one," she nods. "Before the pain. Before the kiss. Before I broke what mattered." He steps closer. "You didn't just wear it. You carried it like it still had meaning." Tears brim in her eyes. Because it does. It always did. He reaches into his coat, pulls out a small swatch of deep violet silk stitched with gold thread. "I saved this. The last cut from that fabric. I didn't know why." She steps forward. "Now you do." They don't kiss. Not yet. But their hands touch fingers threading like seams. Gentle and intentional. Later that night, at the after-party, rumors swirl. "Did you see her? Was it planned? Is she the next face of the brand?" But none of that matters. Because in a quiet corner, Alina and Aaron sit with sketches between them. Coffee warming their hands, not champagne. They're designing something again, not just a dress, not just a moment. A future. The next season, the headline reads, 2 hearts, 1 line. Aaron and Alina's couture collaboration breaks Paris. The first piece of the collection. Forgiven threads too, stitched by both of them, 1 seam at a time. And in every show after that, a scarf appears in every design. Not as merch. Not as branding. But as a promise, fragile, soft, and unforgettable. Alina and Aaron sit side by side, radiant, effortlessly in sync. Laughter bubbles between them as the interviewer flips through photos of their latest collection. Interviewer. From heartbreak to haute couture, how did you two turn pain into power? Aaron glances at Alina. She smiles. Aaron. We stopped trying to erase the stitches, and started honoring them. Alina nods, fingers laced with his. Alina. Every torn moment made the fabric stronger. We didn't just forgive each other. We redesigned what love looks like. The interviewer smiles, touched. Paris apartment night. The same scarf hangs by the window. The walls are now filled with framed sketches and Polaroids of quiet moments, breakfasts, fittings, airports. Aaron cooks while Alina drapes fabric over a mannequin. She sneaks up behind him, wrapping her arms around his waist. Alina, whispering. You still make me feel like your favorite design. Aaron, smiling. You are. The one I'll never stop revising. Their phones buzz. It's a message from the Met Gala board. Confirmed, Aaron and Alina headliners. Theme, revival. Met Gala night. The world watches as they arrive. Alina wears the most daring dress of the night, half of it in Aaron's signature style, half in her own co-designed twist past meets present. On the back, embroidered in gold, built from broken. Inside, the flashbulbs fade and they steal away to the rooftop. Alone, above the chaos. Alina. Do you think we'll always be this loud? Aaron, softly. We don't have to be. As long as we never go quiet on each other again. She kisses him, slow. Their scarf blows gently on the railing beside them. Alina. We were never perfect. Just honest. Just stitched back together, thread by thread, with hands that never gave up.